And now back with me on the French Lick Resort guest line is the president and CEO of TaylorMade Golf, David Abeles. Let me remind you about David's background. He earned his degree in marketing and finance from the University of Connecticut. He joined TaylorMade as their general manager for the Asia Pacific division and later moved on to be the director of sales for North America. Left TaylorMade for a while to go over to Titleist and the Acushnet Company to become their vice president of sales and marketing. Came back to TaylorMade as their executive vice president and general manager. He took over as their chief executive officer and president back in February of 2015, and I'm thrilled he is back with me again tonight here on Next on the Tee. Good evening, David. Thanks for coming back on the show.
Hey, Chris. Great to be back. Good to hear your voice again.
I appreciate you. So, David, we're less than a week away now from Christmas, and you know, if we're still looking for a great gift for the golf enthusiast in our life, or we're looking to do a little Merry Christmas to me sort of gift, how can you help us out? What do you got for us?
Well, my response to that, Chris, as always, will be a bit biased because if you're looking for something in golf, look no further than something with the TaylorMade brand on it. But there's such great stuff out in the marketplace right now for golfers everywhere. And I think about, some of the things that we're seeing in high demand right now during the holidays. Personalized TP5 and TP5X golf balls, quite candidly, are one of the hottest items that we're seeing in our industry right now for golfers. And then terrific products like Spider Tour SI putters that have an incredible legacy of performance and have certainly lit the world of golf up through some of the greatest tour players in the world playing them. But I love all the TaylorMade products right now. And if you're looking for a gift for an avid golfer, they'll love every single one of them. See, it's a perfect win situation for both parties.
And David, you mentioned the TP5 and the TP5X, and we've tested a lot of golf balls this year here at Next on the Tee. And the TP5 and quite honestly, the Project A golf balls are two of our favorites. Talk about the advances that you've made with those golf balls, and maybe is there something new that we might look forward to in 2018?
Yeah. Hey, Chris, the golf ball business and specifically the products in the golf ball category are ones that over time, different manufacturers have had a challenge really driving performance differentiation from ball to ball. And a lot of amateur golfers and tour players alike, up until really the launch of our TP5 products, really we're seeing just kind of nominal gains, but, not incredibly strong improvements in overall performance. We've been working on TP5 and TP5X, and I think I shared this with you last year, for the better part of a decade, which is how do we really break the paradigm between optimizing distance off the tee for all players at every swing level and swing speed and not compromising short game spin and feel around the greens. And so if you think about that in the context of, a lot of golfers will play or would like to play a hard Sirlin golf ball off the tee. It doesn't spin a whole lot. It compresses, it goes pretty far, but you really don't want to chip and putt with it because you can't stop it and you really can't control it. However, you'd love to play a real softball around the greens, but you might be compromising distance off the tee. So that was really the problem statement for TaylorMade, which is given kind of the innovation fabric of our company and a company that really breaks through with technology to improve performance for golfers, we said, how are we going to solve that? And after 10 years of work, and working on multi-layer construction and particularly 5-piece construction. So we were the first company in the world to launch a 5-piece construction golf ball. We changed not only the cover formulation to be able to deliver those performance attributes, but we changed the symmetry inside the golf ball to enable the golf ball to activate its core at different swing speeds. So the net effect is that now every golfer at every skill level can benefit from long distance off the tee and from short game spin and feel around the greens. And what you will see, just take it to your local pro shop or take it to a launch monitor, try the product, you'll see the ball actually launching higher, which is very different. And that's driven by a new dimple design and a new cover formulation and the activation of the core, and a ball actually spinning less off of your driver and long iron. So that's what you want, right? High launch and low spin. That's how things go further. That's how products go further. But around the greens, because we activate not only the cover, but the first layer or second layer mantle, we're getting a lot of spin on the product. So we were really, for the first time, and we've had good products, and there have been a lot of good products in golf for many years, have been able really to decouple that. And that's why players like Jason Day and Dustin Johnson and Rory McIlroy this year, as well as Justin Rose, who arguably the hottest player on the planet right now, and John Rahm, this young superstar, have all come into TaylorMade and have all come into the company. They knew we made great metalwoods and great irons. They came in many regards, or have stayed with us in many regards, because they love the performance of this new golf ball. So those are the 5-piece construction stories that are really new and innovative to golf, that have enabled our golf ball business to double over the course of the last 11 months, which is really spectacular because we have a nice golf ball business to start with. So we've got an extremely hot golf ball right now, not only on tour, but with golfers around the world. And then, Chris, you mentioned the Project A. That's a 3-piece urethane construction. It provides some of the performance qualities that I just described in TP5 and TP5X. It doesn't get you all the way there, but it's really built around moderate to slower swing speed players that want the feel of a soft golf ball and can buy it at a kind of what we call a mid-premium value proposition because the construction is 3-piece versus 5-piece. So, for the first time in my 15 years in all at TaylorMade, we have a golf ball lineup right now that is, in my opinion, the absolute very best in performance in golf. And, golfers day by day are proving that out and they're buying it. So it's a really nice situation for us right now.
Yeah, absolutely it is. And, and David, clarify for the layman like me, right? So if I'm looking for the golf ball that is best suited for my game, right? Maybe our swing speeds are south of 100 miles an hour. Right, 90 to 100, yep. Something in that range. How do I know if the TP5, the TP5X, or the Project A really is the right golf ball for my game?
Well, I'll make it real simple. It's a really good question. TP5 and TP5X are our most premium, best performing golf balls for every player at every swing speed. The TP5 is for a slightly lower swing speed. The TP5X is for a slightly higher swing speed. So if you're 100 miles an hour and over, TP5X is typically the preferred ball of choice. If you're 100 miles an hour or less, or I should say less than 100 miles an hour swing speed, then TP5 is probably the right ball for you. So talk to your club pro and get fit, but generally that's the best positioning. And then really the Project A is urethane, at a value price. So you're not going to get the same performance qualities, but you'll get a great performing golf ball that's roughly $10 less at retail than what you would experience in TP5 or TP5X.
And David, you mentioned a moment ago Justin Rose, and I concur with you. I'm not sure that there's anybody hotter right now out there playing than Justin Rose is. Fresh off the win at the Indonesian Masters, he won the Turkish Open. He's already gotten a win in the wraparound season, right, at the WGC back in October. Placed 5th at the Hero World Challenge. So we all remember how close he came, at the Masters too. So I don't want to forget the great performance that he had there. But talk about working with Justin.
Yeah, each one of our superstars on our staff, and, I'm really humbled because we've got 5 of the top 12 players in the world that play TaylorMade right now, and then this other guy that's starting to make a bit of a comeback named Tiger Woods, who's also a TaylorMade guy. So pretty exciting time for us. Justin in particular is one of the real great talents in golf. He happens to also be one of the really great guys in golf. He's very bright. Just an incredible human being, been an incredible ambassador for our brand and our company for many, many years. But Justin has this conviction and this desire to ascend to the top player in the world. In fact, I spoke with him just a couple of weeks ago that he has a plan. He believes that he has the game, and we do as well, to challenge for that number 1 spot, which, TaylorMade ambassador Dustin Johnson has right now. But there isn't really any part of his game that hasn't come a long way since he started playing golf. But I look at him, he's an incredible ball striker. He's got one of the best golf swings in the world when you look at it technically. He drives the ball straight, he hits it far. Those are 2 pretty good things when you're driving the golf ball. His iron play is so precise, his wedge game is world class, and now he's got the putter rolling. And he's spent a lot of time on his fitness, he's spent a lot of time on how he thinks about not only winning the events that he's won 3 of the last 10 starts, and finished high in the other 7 inside the top 20. But his mindset's in a place where he's really managing his game to the golf course and has so much experience. I expect big things out of him in 2018. He's just primed for more major championships and in a run to what I think could challenge for the number 1 position in the world.
And David, you mentioned Tiger Woods a moment ago. How excited are you guys about what you saw from him at the Hero Challenge?
Well, I think the world, Chris, I think it's fair to say, and I'm sure all your listeners would attest to this, the world is excited to see Tiger Woods playing golf again. And I'm not so sure anyone really knew what to expect other than Tiger, who's just filled with confidence right now. But we were excited to see him start. We were excited to see him play well over the course of the 4 rounds at Hero. Heck, he could have gone a lot lower than he did, but he's still, there's still a little bit of rust on that. I mean, in fairness, he hasn't played competitive golf in roughly 9 or 10 months. So when you think about playing at that level and coming back and playing the way he did, it's a testament to his greatness. The guy is he's arguably, one of the greatest of all time, if not the greatest of all time. I happened to spend a day with him last Friday down in West Palm Beach, working on his game a bit, working on some new products from TaylorMade coming into 2018. And quite candidly, it was an absolute pleasure and an honor to be with him. Physically, he looks incredible. He's pain-free. He's got so much speed, it's unbelievable. And that's the first thing you look for when any golfer comes back from their recovery, especially at that level, is do they have enough ball speed to compete with these young, talented players that are whipping it out there, 300, 310, 320 yards. Tiger's ball speeds, as you saw on television, are north of 180 miles an hour. And that's on a solid golf swing. We saw him ramp it up even more than that. So Tiger's got his speed back. He's got his feel back. Physically, he looks fantastic. More importantly than looking fantastic, he feels great, pain-free, and he is prepared to go out and light the world of golf up in 2018. So we couldn't be more thrilled with his return. Certainly playing TaylorMade, which was his choice, right? When one of our competitors got out of the equipment business, he came to us and said, hey, I believe in what you do, and I played your product as an amateur. I want to be back at TaylorMade, and you'll see some of that, some of the content we created with him when we were together last Friday. But thrilled, absolutely thrilled he's back in the game of golf, and I think we're going to see great things from him as he gets going in 2018.
And David, you talk about new products for 2018. We're a little over a month from the PGA Merchandise Show. Can you give us a little peek into what you guys might be featuring or debuting there?
Well, I am absolutely sworn to secrecy by our marketing folks because I get so excited about what we're about to launch in Orlando that they really put the muzzle on me. But I'll give you just a little bit of a peek in the fact that we are going to launch a new metalwood technology that will change the way metalwoods will be built, certainly from our company. And typically when TaylorMade innovates, the rest of the industry follows. And you can see that in almost every technology that's in market today. It started here, and we're very proud of that because we invest heavily in advanced technology to help performance and golfers perform better. We have got a new technology in metalwoods that when you see it, and when we talk about it, when golfers learn about it, will change the way metalwoods will be built from the day we launch it forward. We will never build metalwoods the way we have over the past 40 years into the next 40 years. And we've really built a technology that's optimizing not only distance, but importantly, accuracy. And those two variables don't often come together. And now we're able to do it in our new metalwoods. And we'll talk about it in more detail once we get to the PGA show. We've also got a new iron technology that continues to build on our leadership position in our irons business. Right now, as you've probably seen, and maybe some of your listeners are playing this, we have the hottest player performance iron in golf. It's called the P790. It's a forged hollow back cavity construction, which really gives you a traditional shape in look in a forged iron and performs, with a lot of distance and a lot of forgiveness. The guys on tour, in fact, you saw it in Dustin's bag in the long irons. You saw it in Rosie has it in his 3 and 4 iron right now. That's a rock solid product that's lighting the world of golf up. And then we'll have a couple new surprises that we'll share with the world come into January as well. So, yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, Chris, and I always appreciate you having me on the show. It means the world to me. I have never seen a product lineup like what we have coming in 2018 that really will ignite this industry and get golfers really excited about putting TaylorMade in their bags.
Well, David, before we let you go, let our listeners know, how can they stay up to date with all the great things that you and TaylorMade are doing, whether it's online or it's on social media?
Yeah, perfect plug, Chris. You're the best. Obviously, TaylorMadeGolf.com, you can get any news story from our company and certainly better understand our products or our athletes and what they're up to. But whether it's via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all of our social handles, all under TaylorMade Golf, you'll find us. And there's such great stuff going on. And it's not just about product. If you really want to engage with our athletes and learn more about the game of golf and why those athletes are not only with TaylorMade, but how they think about their games and how they think about products, I think it's a great way to do it. And we love to engage consumers and golfers at every level. And if you ping us, we'll actually respond to you right away. So I hope everybody gets a chance to see what's going on in the social efforts with TaylorMade.
Well, David, thank you so much for taking time out of your night to come back and be a part of the show. I hope you'll come back soon. I'd love to get into all the great new technology and the things that you guys reveal at the PGA Merchandise Show, get a little more detail and talk about what's ahead, because it sounds very exciting.
I appreciate that, Chris, and thanks again for hosting us on the show. We love your show, and you do such a great service for the golf industry, golfers, and sport in general. In fact, I really enjoyed listening to Brian Anderson, and because I'm a big basketball fan as well. And continued success in everything you do, and happy holidays to you and all your listeners.
Same to you, David. Thanks again. We'll catch up soon. In between now and then, all the best to you and your family.
Sounds great. Likewise. Bye-bye.
See you, David. That is TaylorMade CEO David Abeles, and boy, I tell you what, if you're not chomping at the bit to see what they reveal at the PGA Merchandise Show, you might want to check your pulse, because oh my goodness, going to change the way that woods are built. They won't be built the same way anymore. New metal wood technology sounds very exciting. The 790 irons also, we didn't get into a lot of detail about them, but go online to TaylorMade and check it out, because those irons look absolutely fantastic. So very excited about all the things that TaylorMade is going to be doing. The TP5 and the TP5X, like I say, we've tested a lot of golf balls here on Next on the Tee, and the TP5, the TP5X, and the Project A golf balls, are right there, 1, 2, 3 in the golf balls that we recommend here on the show. So go check those out. If you haven't played them yet, you're going to be pleasantly surprised about how great those golf balls are. And again, I can't wait to find out what TaylorMade has in store at the PGA Merchandise Show. We'll try to get David back on the show, hopefully shortly thereafter.